passports in enough time. One traveling to an office in Vermont, the other to Texas, where they've managed to make appointments the day before their departure to Mexico. All because of a passport backlog. The U.S. Department of State tells 7 Action News in part, quote, "At this time, we are experiencing a very high volume of U.S. passport applications. Regrettably, the volume of applications, coupled with staffing challenges and operational issues impacting our mail-in intake service partners, have resulted in delayed processing times."
Years ago, you could just walk in. Not anymore.
Pamela Nikitas, travel agent and president of the Joan Anderson Travel Service in Detroit, says clients are reaching out to her once again for her expertise. Excited to start traveling.
Yeah, boy. That's it. That lovely.
Nikitas says some clients will look to travel within a month or two. She reels them back into reality.
I said, it's going to be difficult to get your passport redone because the rules have changed with the passport agency to redo it.
The U.S. Department of State says, quote, "Routine service can take up to 18 weeks from the day an application is submitted to the day a new passport is received by an applicant. 12 weeks for processing and up to 6 weeks for mailing times on the front and back end. Expedite service can take up to 10 weeks. The bottom line?
Everyone check your passports. Please be on time. Make sure you bring all of your documentation. That's stuff that, people really need to kind of keep in mind.
Damn! We first told you this spring how passport renewals were taking months, and since then it appears the delays may have gotten worse.
At the time when I applied, there was nothing on the Department of State website that indicated, the passports are going to be delayed. So, make sure you choose expedited service.
One of several people who've reached out lately because they have not received their passport renewals despite sending them in several months ago. Stephanie mailed her application off in May, and in the spring, the State Department website estimated 10 to 12 weeks for passport processing. But as we showed you, mail delays added a lot of time to that. Now look at that. It's 18 weeks. The website has been updated to say that. That's the turnaround time. But that's supposed to include the mail delays. The bottom line, it's an awfully long time to wait, and it's leading to a lot of anxiety.
And then it's like, the end of July, and I start, it's still said in process. And I start getting worried because now my trip is 2 weeks, out. So I call the Department of State, and when you call, you're on hold for over an hour and a half.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
GMA Travel Alert, spring break season here. Airlines expecting the busiest spring travel season ever. And if you're going abroad, you better have your passport. Wait times are going up. Transportation correspondent Gio Benitez is at LaGuardia Airport with the story. Good morning, Gio.
Hey, George, good morning. There are so many people trying to get their passports that, simply put, the State Department is having a really tough time keeping up. So this morning right here, the timeline you need to know. This morning, as spring break and summer travel approaches, a warning for travelers going overseas. With international travel ramping up, the State Department says it's seeing unprecedented demand for passports, and it's causing some massive delays.
I have to get away. I didn't think it was going to be a problem. Go to the post office, fill out the application. She hands me the paper. It says 3 to 5 weeks expedited. I paid extra. Then in checking on the passport website, it became 5 to 7 weeks.
She had to cancel everything.
They don't have enough people working at the passport office. They don't have any extra phone numbers where you could call and try to get information. And they have no emails. I had to cancel the flight, the hotel, everything had to be canceled.
So how do you time it out? Well, it usually takes 8 to 11 weeks to get a new passport. But if you pay $60, you can expedite yours. But remember, that may only save you a few weeks.
So definitely apply as soon as possible. Don't go too close to the date of your trip and give yourself undue stress.
And remember, those processing times don't start until the State Department actually receives your application, not when you send it. Damn! Now, if you have urgent travel that's within 14 days, you can make an appointment at a State Department passport office and get your document processed. But even if your passport is valid, you should still check that expiration date.
Look at your passport and see when it expires. Many countries won't let you in unless you have 6 months or more valid. And the next thing is, even if your passport is valid, make sure you have enough open pages. If it's a full passport, some countries require entire open pages.
And we should tell you, the State Department tells us that it has increased staffing and that it's working to hire some more employees to keep up with all of this demand. But guys, at the end of the day, just get that request in early. That's what you've got to do.
Great advice, Gio Benitez, as always. Thank you.
Passport wait times seem to have improved since the summer, but the federal government is warning waits could get long again with the holidays approaching. Employment and Social Development Canada tells City News the average wait time right now is under 4 hours, down from 6 hours earlier this year when some travelers camped overnight outside passport offices. The Metro Vancouver offices still have high volumes, but the ministry says that should improve with more staff.
There is a really big backlog leading to crazy wait times for those that need passport issuance and renewals right now. We are looking at 5 months and 3 months for expedited service, all due to a big backlog at the State Department due to COVID regulations. When it comes to the expiration dates on your passport, here is something flight expert Willis Orlando says a lot of people don't realize.
If you want to travel internationally in the coming months, check your passport right now. Because remember, many countries require not only that your passport be valid to enter, but that it be valid for 3 or even 6 months after when you enter in order to be allowed in.
Most airlines are waiving change fees if you don't receive your passport in time, and there is some recourse available as well. If you reach out to your federally elected officials for help, sometimes they can help move this process along a little bit more smoothly.
Guys, let's get our passports. She's still not gonna choose you, baby. I'm sorry.
Stop the cap. It has nothing to do with you. Men are leaving the country to find wives, and you over here looking bitter. You need to get off social media, man. Put your phone down and go find love. All right? Learn to love yourself.
Some of them talk so badly about black women in America, saying you guys are too bossy, you're too much, you're not feminine enough for them.
I think that sounds a lot to me like insecurities and the inability to seek what you want with what you have, where you are.
You're insecure. You're also an ignoramus. You're too dumb to know what you're doing. You're taking advantage. You're a predator. Shaming language. You see this?
Got him. We fucking got him.